right. Hello, everyone. Let me just get set up on my end here a little bit. So, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everybody is doing well out there. And I have a slight little different setup here today, so you can let me know if you can hear me okay, if the sound is okay. I can't do much about the quality of the video though, so just to let you know. Hey Watbury, how's it going? Happy New Year to you. And surprise, surprise, I am not drinking coffee today. I'm drinking coconut water and regular water today. So no coffee for me. Hello, Poker Gypsy. Long distance traveler. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, long distance traveler. I actually can't hear, so I have to go by what you're telling me. Hey, Leona. A little louder. How's that? Is that any better? Hey, Van Helsing. How's it going, man? Douglas, how's it going? Jordy? Hello? Hey, Violet. Hey, Tyler, Happy New Year. Is it low for some of you? We can try to do a little bit here. Hello, mid-range and Jack. Is it snowy in Scotland? How's it going, Scott? And another Scott right there. Happy New Year. Hey, Carol. That sounds better already? Okay. Are you trying to scare me there, Raven? Sometimes I call you JR, sometimes I call you Raven. I don't know why. I keep going back and forth. Hello, Walrus. How's it going? Mr. Lacey, Alex. Thank you, Doug. Happy New Year to you. And Over Coffee, how's it going? Hey, Annette. Nice to see you here. Lornaz, all right. How's it going? Not loud enough. Everybody's saying not loud enough. Can't hear. How is that? Is that any better? So some of you say the volume is not good. Others say it's okay. I'm not sure. Not sure what to do about that. I am saying I can get too much of a good thing there, Richard. It's true. Hey, Troy. Can hardly hear since that adjustment. That's strange. Okay. I'm going to zoom ahead here. Okay. Hey, Barbara. You made it. All right. Hey, Chippy. Jacqueline, how are you? And hey, Wilderness Heart, thank you. Van Helsing, thanks. Looks like it's good for some people and it's not good for other people. Unfortunately, I am as good as I can go here with my equipment. So if it's not good for some of you, you might try watching on a different device, maybe. Hey, Jen and Tommy, how's it going? Hey, Brent and Gary and CW. Happy New Year to you. Thank you, Grant. Hey, Eunice. Happy New Year to you. So, Doug, I'm not drinking coffee today. I'm drinking some coconut water, and then I bought some regular old sparkling water here. I woke up with a bit of a headache, which means that I am slightly dehydrated, so I decided to skip the coffee. I did have coffee this morning when I got up, but I decided to skip the second cup today, so just be water and coconut water for the moment. Maybe coffee later today, maybe. Hey, happy New Year from Greece. Hey, AI, how's it going? Nomad Man, how's it going in Texas? Hey, Beth. Okay, thanks. Linnell, happy New Year. Thank you, Maddie. Same to you. Hey, Mark. Hey, Gloria. Happy New Year to you. You're still finishing your coffee from this morning. That's a long cup of coffee there. That's odd, Van Glow. I think maybe there's something on YouTube's end, too. But I'm glad you can hear me now. I'm wearing my toque because my hair is a mess. I need to cut it. I just haven't had the time. Every time I go out to cut it, it is raining out, and then I can't, well, I guess I could set up and cut in the rain, but it's just not that much fun. Makes it doubly hard. Oh, you're all the way from Nova Scotia. Well, thanks for joining. Hey, Millie. Happy New Year's there in Florida. Is this the year, Susan, for you? I wish you well with it. Yeah, I hope you're having a good New Year, Linnell. Hey, Alice, how's it going? Lourdes, it is beautiful out today. I hate being in the van, actually, at the moment because it's about almost 60 degrees and bright and sunny. It's just beautiful outside today. Hey, Outrigger. Yeah, you like to call it a watch cap. It's actually a toque, Outrigger, but, you can call it what you want. Hey, Sarah, you made it. Hey, Mike. Green tea, Mike. Okay. Hey, Ray. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, Susan, it's the weather is a little bit damp out, and so the my hair is just a little, my hair's a little too poofy at the moment. I just can't stand looking at it, so I just cover it under. Actually, I should have wore a toque last night to bed because it was about 40 degrees last night, and it's probably why I have the headache, but I'm just assuming I'm dehydrated. But if it's 40 degrees, I should wear a toque or run my heater, but I didn't do either of those, unfortunately. Hey, Happy New Year from Latvia. Happy New Year, Jeffrey. Hey, Tony. Hey, Chris. Happy New Year. Oh, Happy New Year, Abby. Seattle. I think you're having good weather up there too, right? Your weather's pretty much the same as it is down here in Humboldt. Hey, Penny. Oh, happy New Year driving around Long Island. CW, I don't do New Year's resolutions. I think they should be done at the moment. If you want to change something, you should do it that minute, not wait any time longer. So I don't do New Year's resolutions. Is it cold out there, Violet? Yeah, I would expect that where you are. But at least you've got some sun, right? Hey, Linda, nice to see you. Hey, Valerie. Nashville, all right. I was watching a YouTube video last night from, well, the guy's from Nashville, but he was driving all over the country. It was an interesting new channel I found that I don't remember the name of. Oh, I have been looking at the surf fan glow. It's been crazy. I had some, I took a few little shots of it for a shorts that I might put together. I wasn't real happy with the sound off of the footage, so I don't know if I'll get that together or not. But yeah, the surf is just crazy out there. Hey, Robert, how's it going? Jacqueline, I'm still in Humboldt. Can't get myself to leave, even though it's pretty dark here. Solar is kind of hard to come by, but I just can't get myself to leave. Oh, thank you, Van Helsing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Valerie, I think somebody said they logged out and logged back in and they were able to hear better. I have my mic turned all the way up, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what more I can do here on my end, other than maybe talking into my mic a little bit closer. Yeah, Bernie, the people are from everywhere. It's cool. The reach we've got here. Is there an Odd Couple marathon on today, Chippy? I'm not so big with TV stuff. Well, anything Hollywood. Anytime somebody mentions well, I shouldn't say this because I don't want to be rude to you, Chippy, but usually when somebody mentions anything Hollywood, which I usually call Hollyweird, my stomach kind of turns a little bit, and I just don't want to have anything to do with Hollyweird, so I kind of ignore most TV shows anymore. Although I used to watch the odd couple years and years ago. Richard, I have a very fancy coffee grinder. It's from a company called Steresso. They're a small company, but really cool company. If you go to my channel page and go to the important videos, there's a review video for it there. You can read all about it there. Hey, Thwara, how's it going? Hey, Owens, how's it going, man? You haven't had much snow, really, up there, Mike? Interesting. Very interesting. When I think of Ontario winters, I always think that they're going to be crazy, terribly snowy. And like I usually say here, if I've missed your comments, I don't read so fast, so it's not that I'm ignoring you. I miss a lot because the chat goes a little faster than I can read. So if it's important, please write it again, and I will. I'll try to. Hopefully, I'll read it the next time. Hey, Britta, how's it going? Was it chilly in Seattle, Abby? Okay. Nice and warm down here. Well, I maybe not warm so much, but pretty nice down here in Humboldt. Hey, Colin. Probably won't be able to make it too far anymore these days, but you never know. I could get out to the east at some point. Hey, Olivia, Happy New Year. Hey, Sela, how's it going? Louisiana, huh? Cool. Oh, okay, so I just read somebody else just said that they couldn't hear. They rebooted and just logged out, came back in, and the sound's fine. I think whatever I start the mic levels at, YouTube makes sure that it is even. So if I change it after, then you'll have to log back in, I would guess. Hey, Nancy, how's it going in Maine? Lourdes, I bathe easily every day. I do it the same way. Again, if you're interested, you go to my channel page and go to the video that, or the playlist that says the important videos, and you'll see how I do that. It's a pretty simple thing because I've got running water in my van. Hey, Happy New Year's from the Philippines. I think you're a day ahead of us, right? Some of you watching are a day ahead of us, I think, here in California. Oh, there's another one, Germany. Yeah, you're a day ahead of us too. Happy New Year to you, Berg. Some of your names are a little hard for me to read because I'm reading off my phone. Oh, interesting, Troy. Okay. McKinleyville's a nice town. You got that great park out there that I really like. Oh, hey, JJ. How's it going? Hey, Sean. You're being seen? What does that mean? Raven? Oh, hey, Sabrina. Yeah, see, some of you are ahead of me here. Oh, thank you, long distance traveler. Thanks so much. It is earthquake country, even up in the Seattle area, so that is a possibility. But yeah, if you can get out to the Olympics, it's such a great place. Very similar to where I am here in Humboldt. Of course, our trees are bigger here. But yeah, the Olympics is just an awesome place to be. Just really awesome place to be. Hey, Patty. Happy New Year's. Hey, Ramiro. Manitoba must be cold up there. Hey, Brighton. How's it going? Hey, Henry. I've not been much on holidays at all, but I mean, it makes it easy for me to say that I'm not going to celebrate holidays because a lot of holidays are about gift giving. And since I have to be a minimalist, even though I'm not really a minimalist, I have to be a minimalist, that people understand a little bit easier now that I live out of a minivan. It makes it easy. Happy New Year's, Julie. Yeah, Happy New Year, Rory. Oh, you're just out at the marsh, Sean? I thought that was closed. I thought they were closing that for a few days. Oh, unless you walked to it. Maybe it was just the parking lot was closed. I know, I thought I saw signs when I was over there a while back. Hey, Shonda. You've probably got good weather out there in Tampa, don't you? That's the right time of year to be in Florida, I think, is right now. I had some of my local Humboldt's Finest from Humboldt Bay coffee this morning. Just had one cup, and then now I'm sticking to water. Although I've got a little bit of this coconut water I need to finish. Some Walmarts do carry Yellowbird, Henry, but not all of them do. When somebody told me that they saw it at Walmart, it was either 3 or 4 Walmarts until I actually found some in stock. And oddly, they keep it in a different aisle than most of the salsas and hot sauces. So like the one that I found it in, I just found it by accident because I looked at the hot sauce aisle and it wasn't there. And then I walked around to the next aisle over and it was there. So I don't know why that is. I don't like buying it from Walmart, but I mean, again, I'm not really in Walmart very often. They sell a different bottle size and it doesn't work for me. It's just too small. I guess that would be fun to try to fly and meet another New Year's, Sabrina. I'm sure somebody's done it, right? There's probably a YouTube video or 1,000 of people doing that. I would think anyway. Hey, welcome from the Netherlands. How's it going? It's been a little windy here too in Humboldt. And of course it's always rainy here this time of year in Humboldt. That kind of goes without saying. Oh wow! Oh, that's crazy. It's cool that you've got to visit Japan, but I didn't hear about an earthquake there. I hope it's not too bad. Hope you're still having a good time there. That'd be a dream to go to Japan. I would just absolutely love to do that. I am drinking Pellegrino. This is not my first choice, but usually when I have a headache, I need minerals, and so I will buy some mineral water. So it was the only one that they had here. And then I had one of these coconut waters tucked away. I try to keep a little bit of coconut water on hand at all times. Well, thanks for stopping in, Raven. I hope you have a good day, whatever you're up to today. Hey, Karen. Happy 2024 to you. Somebody finally told me the year. All right, it's 2024. Hey, Mary, Happy New Year. Yeah, I drink other things in coffee, you know. Usually just water, but usually just water and coffee, and that's it. Oh, you got a ProMaster too, Jay Brat. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I hope you two are having a great time traveling around. Hey, End of Route. How's it going? Yeah, if you haven't tried Yellowbird, it's pretty good stuff. I think anyway. Hey, Armchair Wanderer, how's it going? Hey, Mary, yeah, thanks for subscribing. I've only had one knock ever, and it wasn't that long ago. If you look back a few videos, well, several videos back now, but I was in Newport, Oregon. It wasn't a big deal. They just told me that they like to do illegal activity and tell everybody that they can't sleep in their vehicle there. So I said, I'll leave and I won't ever come back. And they said, okay, great. We're happy to hear that. That's exactly how it went down. And I actually told them too that I'm vlogging today and I'm going to tell everybody to avoid Newport since you're doing illegal activity. And they said, oh, we wish you wouldn't say that. We need tourists. And I said, well, too bad. Follow the law. And then I will encourage people to go to your area. It's too bad, too, because I had a bunch of cool places I was going to talk about. But anyway, I went to someplace better after that. And I spent most of the video talking about the better place and like 2 minutes talking about Newport, Oregon. Although nobody seemed to kind of pick up on that. Everybody just watched the first 2 minutes and nobody watched the rest of the video, which is a real shame. My headache is slightly better, yeah. Oh, it was 7.5. That's a bad one, isn't it, Jen? I'll have to look up that a little later. Look into it. Wow. Not good. Hey, Betty. How's it going? All the way from Paris. Awesome. Oh, do you like the sweeter one, Tyler? The sriracha? Yeah. I don't care for that one, actually. I had a bottle of it that Yellowbird sent to me, and I ended up giving it away. I didn't open it up or anything. Because I had bought a little, just a couple weeks before, I bought a little sample bottle in REI, because REI has the little ones always. So I tried it, and yeah, I'm not crazy about it. I think I still have half of it left here somewhere. Hey, Ruth, how are you today? Nice to see you. Thank you. I hope you have a good New Year's too, Ruth. Jay Bratz, boy, I don't know what lessons I've learned. You need to give me a minute to figure out an answer to that. I'm not quite sure. I'm an old dog, so it takes me a long time to learn things. I don't know if it's a lesson, but I think one thing I've learned is that there are a lot of nice people out there in the world. If you do like I used to do and sit and watch TV all day and just sit on the news, you get this idea that everybody's out to get you. And the more I travel around, the more I find that that's just not true. That's been a nice thing I've learned so far. Hey, Sally, Happy New Year. You want to go to Newport? Be my guest. I won't ever stop there again. I spent like $90 there in 2 days because I needed like almost a full tank of gas, so that was a lot. And I went to their co-op and I went to a little local coffee shop. I spent a lot of money in that town. Oh, that's funny, Jacqueline. Hey, Kellen, Happy New Year from Texas. It's actually sunny today, but I think the rain's going to roll in tomorrow. It was a little rainy yesterday. The weather's fantastic, though. I like it when it's a little rainy. It'd be nice if we had like a couple days on of sun, a couple days off of rain, just because of solar issues. But it's still pretty nice. Weather's beautiful here. Oh, did you buy the sriracha too, Chippy? Seems like that's most people's favorite, but I like the hotter stuff. I just think the hotter stuff is better. Oh, thanks for watching the whole video, Abby. A lot of people did not. A lot of people did not. Yeah, coffee doesn't help or harm me for headaches at all. I actually have a video about that, Brett. How I can go several days without drinking coffee and never get a headache. I just don't have that ever. Hey, thanks, Sam. I appreciate that. I hope you have a very great year this year too. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? Did you buy any other types or given any other types of Yellowbird, Lisa? Or is it just that you just have opened up the one so far? I don't recall ever getting claustrophobia, Mr. Lacey. Are you asking that because I live out of a minivan? Maybe that's why. Yeah, I mean, like today the weather's so nice. You know, I think it's supposed to be 58 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. But it's full sun today. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. Like on a day like today, I try to be outside all day long. Because really, I just like to walk all day. So if I can walk, I just walk as much as I can. Lourdes, I have a Visible plan, which is it's a Verizon company, but it's another company that is owned by Verizon, and they keep the price down low. So you're on the Verizon network, but it's only $25 a month, and it's unlimited. So like right now I'm running my iPad so that I can stream and use my microphone. And I'm just running it off the hotspot. You get unlimited hotspot. It's not a fast hotspot, so like the quality is not great. But for me, it's fine. I don't do any streaming other than this a few times a year. I do watch a lot of YouTube, though, and YouTube plays absolutely fine, even if I have a really poor signal. But yeah, I like it visible. It's fantastic. Hey, Happy New Year, Gen X. Oh, Low on the go. How's it going? Oh yeah, Jacqueline. Yeah, you know, I think the way I started van life was pretty nice because I had a lot of support around at the time, and so it made it really easy for me to just to transition into. I was just thinking about that for an upcoming video that I was going to talk about, because it's this whole idea that you need to sell everything that you have and buy a van or RV and then just head to the desert. Like I think that's just terrible advice. But it seems to be the advice that most people give on YouTube. I mean, that's the advice I was getting on YouTube back 8 years ago when I was looking at actually doing this. And it just didn't, it doesn't make any sense. You're scared of the hot stuff, Chippy? Oh, you like the Serrano too, Barbara? I actually like the jalapeno one just because it has a slightly different flavor and it's a little bit less spicy. So if the Serrano's a little bit too spicy, then the jalapeno one's kind of nicer, and it's not sweet like the Sriracha. Because I don't like sweet, personally. Margot, I'm in my favorite place. I'm in Humboldt. My two favorite places, well, I'll give you my top three favorite places. Humboldt, Mendocino, and so Humboldt's a county. Mendocino, I really like the county, but the town mostly. And then we'll call it Seattle, although really the Olympic Peninsula is where I like it best. Not necessarily Seattle, but those are my three favorite places to be and to travel. And lately, that's kind of where I've been just focusing my attention. I don't know where you're looking for prices there, Yellow Cursor. I was in the store this morning and it was $6.99, and that's a local co-op. REI sells it for $6. If I'm near an REI, I stop and get it there. But yeah, $14. I don't know what that is. That's kind of like when I did my video on my Wave 3 heater and people were saying like it's $500, and I'm like, no, it's not. Like it's the wintertime. Don't buy a heater in the wintertime, for one thing. But yeah, like I don't know, some of these prices are kind of crazy. Just Google it and you'll find it much cheaper. You watched the whole thing too, Violet? Thank you. I appreciate that. I always stay near the coast pretty much, Mary. It's just the easiest way to have constant nice weather. That way I don't have to worry about it getting too hot. Although if you look back in some of my videos, I did get stuck in Seattle and it was super hot and I wasn't having too much fun. No, I have no windows at all. I can't stand windows. That's why I bought this van, because it didn't have any windows. Oh yeah, I was in that natural food store, Millie. I liked it. Prices were a little high, but if it's the same one, but yeah, that was a nice store. It had really good stock, you know, it was stocked really well. Oh, you just got the one yellow bird, Lisa. Okay. Hey, ESP. Happy New Year to you. Nicole, I actually can get to my driver's seats, but I just don't like to. I'd rather just go out my side door here. So the door here on this side is the driver's side. So it's really fast. Like if it's pouring down rain, you know, it's just a real quick thing to get in and out. I used to go through, but the older I get, the less I like climbing through that area. But I do like having the option to go through. Back when I was working in Seattle, and if I knew it was going to be a snowy morning, I would just shimmy through and start the van up in the morning and get it warmed up, and then finish making my coffee and everything back here. And then I'd usually just jump around, you know, go out the side door and in the other door. What shoes? Awesome. I have some barefoot shoes I normally wear. They're made by a company called Wildling out of Germany. So you have to order them from Germany. But although I think you can buy some in San Francisco at their headquarters here in San Francisco. But yeah, barefoot shoes for me are the best. I also have a pair of Ultra Lone Peak shoes, and I wear those from time to time, but my feet get sore in those, where I don't get sore feet if I'm wearing my barefoot Wildling shoes. Violet, this will probably be the last live stream for a while, maybe all year. It's really hard for me to do the live streams. Like for today, I had to drive to a specific spot to get enough cell service in order to be able to do the live stream. It's just really difficult. So it's just not something that and like I'm trying to finish up a regular vlog, which I'm intending to do more of. And it's like I should be working on that now instead of doing live streams. Live streams keep me from making regular vlogs, and I prefer to do regular vlogs. I mean, I'm happy that you like the live streams. It's just not my thing. Yeah, long distance traveler, it's glitching a little bit because I'm running off a hotspot, and I only get 5 megabits per second. But it's the only way for me to actually live stream and be able to have a microphone, because I've tried live streaming without a mic, and everybody says I can't hear anything. So I got to use the mic. So I have no choice but to do it this way. Hey, Kathy, Happy New Year to you. I guess we're all having a good weather in the Pacific Northwest. That's good. Lauren has cell phone service is terrible in all of Humboldt. It doesn't matter what the provider is. It's just all bad. So there's no good cell phone service here. But I find that Verizon has the best signal no matter where I am. Like it was really good in Arizona. It was really good in Southern California. It's been really good up in Washington. So, you know, I kind of like Verizon for that. And unlimited data for $25 a month is kind of hard to beat. Hey, a van called Spirit. How's it going? Oh yeah, Jacqueline. A lot of people are moving to what is that? The service that Elon Musk has, the satellite service. My buddy Crum, he loves his, and a lot of people have it nowadays. So I mean that's a way to do that. Why can't I remember the name of that? Somebody will write it in the comments and remind me what that is. I don't really want to get a cell phone booster. It's just more money that it's too expensive for what I would need. Skylink, thank you, ESP. Yeah, Barbara, the jalapeno one is really good. It's not nearly as spicy as the Serrano Yellowbird, but it's really good. I almost bought a bottle of it last night when I was in the store, but I think I'll wait until I use up a little bit more of mine. Hey, Kristen. Happy New Year to you. I've been to Bellevue many times. In fact, I live streamed from Bellevue one time not too long ago. Right at that park. I was down near the water fountain, down towards where they put the ice skating rink in. That was a fun live stream, I think. Yeah, the spicy stuff is not for everybody. I get it. Those of us that grew up eating spicy stuff, though, I think we kind of have gotten used to it and kind of need it. Yeah, you might want to stay away from it then, Jacqueline. You might want to stay away from the spicy Yellowbird then. Hey, Vinny. Happy New Year to you. Well, thank you, Samuel. I hope you have a great year ahead. Yeah, I'm afraid I got a lot of people hooked on Yellowbird. I'm sorry, Kristen. That's all I can say is I'm sorry. Oh yeah, John, don't. It's not. That's too much. I don't know how they charge so much for stuff like that. It's kind of crazy. Alex, I have another little platform that's off of my regular stainless steel countertop, so I have thought about buying another countertop so that the stove could be on it, but yeah, it's just a little wooden platform. I have it covered with some foil just to make it easy to clean. Oh, I see, Yellowbird. Yeah, see, it's from Texas, so it's I think it's not easy to find up there. Although you can check in a Whole Foods, they may have it, being that it's the same company, Amazon and Whole Foods. Violet, it's pretty easy. I insulated my van to try to make it cooler in the summertime, and it made it hotter, much hotter. And so I lived with it for about a week and a half, and it was just brutal in here. So I ripped all the insulation out, and it's just so much more comfortable. The trouble is the insulation holds the heat in. The heat eventually comes in, but then if you've got insulation, it can't get back out again. If you have an air conditioner, you want to insulate. But if you don't have an air conditioner, having insulation just doesn't help in any way. So yeah, I will never insulate my van again. Thing is, with this van, I'd be in trouble if I was insulated too in the wintertime, because my heat sources would just make it too hot in here. Like I have trouble running the Wave 3. I was talking about that earlier. Like I should have ran my heater maybe last night, but it was only 40. It was either 40 or 41 is the low last night. And that's kind of the weird cutoff there where if I run it, I'm kind of too hot sleeping all night. It's just is too warm in here at 40 degrees. So yeah, that's the one thing. Like if I had insulation, I would be too hot most of the time. Even in the wintertime, I'd be too hot. Yeah, Jacqueline, I have a camera, dash cam that is hooked up to my solar, so it never shuts off. So I actually have an app on my phone. I can pull it up and see what's going on outside. And that way it runs and it's always recording 24/7 because it's hooked up to my solar electric. But I mean, I'm in the van so little, I don't need windows. I want to be outside. So every year, every April, I make a video about, van life. I've been living out of this van, and I keep saying to people that like I'm outside most of the time. I think for the next one, I need to like say that like 50 times that I'm not in the van very much. I'm out of the van most of the time because I think it gets confusing. People don't, there again, people refuse to watch more than like the first 3 minutes of any of my videos. And so then it's confusing, because they don't hear me say the part that I'm not in the van very much. I'm in the van when I'm sleeping and my eyes are closed when I'm sleeping. So like the size of the van doesn't make any difference at that point. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you cover up your windows, Kellen. Yeah, it still gets hotter though in the van in the summertime unless you cover the outside of the window. Yeah. Windows are kind of a pain in van life. There's nothing good that happens with a window in van life unless you're constantly in weather that keeps you in your van. Like if you're somebody that likes to stay in your van for hours on end or most of the day, then you probably are going to want a window or two. But other than that, it's not a good thing to have windows for most of us in van life. But everybody's different, so everybody, that's the great thing is, you have your van the way you want it. Hey, Graham, welcome. Hey, Mythical, happy New Year's to you. Building from scratch, AC, while you're on the road, it's difficult. I would probably want to go to a friend or family's house to do that. Because there's just so many times you got to run back and forth to get parts and things. It's just too difficult. I'm way behind on the chat here somehow. I'm sorry. Boost Infinite. I haven't heard of Boost Infinite, Lisa. I mean, I know Boost. I don't know that plan. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the lives, Barbara, and thank you again for helping out because I couldn't do this without you. Oh, happy New Year, Marianne. Hey, Susie. You just got some Yellowbird, Susie? All right. Penny, I can't eat any of the hot sauces. They have a couple of ingredients that I can't tolerate. with my medical condition. So no, I haven't tried any of those. Costco and gallon jugs. Hey, David. We're in the same city. I am in Eureka at the moment. Yeah, I actually prefer it to be maybe just a little bit warmer than 40 degrees low. But yeah, I mean, 40 is pretty nice. I've got my heavy comforter, and so I stay fairly warm, you know. Hey, Tiani, how's it going? Well, thank you for watching all of my videos, Sarah. I appreciate that. Not everybody does. Hey, Tara. It's good that you got that figured out there, Vinny. Siennas are great vans. I'm envious. Hey, Gav, how's it going from Germany? Well, I'm glad you found some good light roast coffee there. Yeah, I prefer this mic too. I don't like the lights either. Although this one has lights, but I'm not turning it on. I don't know why people don't watch my whole videos, Barbara. It's kind of crazy. Like, I get a lot of weird comments. Like, people leave a comment saying, like, you should have did this. And I think, like, well, if you watched 2 minutes longer, you would have seen that's exactly what I did. Or I did something else and explained why I did something else. It's kind of strange, but I used to like ask people, I mean, I still do once in a while. I used to ask people like, did you watch the whole video? And usually people won't say anything. But every once in a while, people will come back and say, no, I didn't watch the whole video. I didn't even watch any of it. A lot of times they'll say, but they'll leave a comment telling me what I should have done, but they won't watch the video. It's very, very strange. I've been noticing that more and more lately. Yeah, I've been noticing, Matthew, a lot of people getting out of van life. I've met more people in the last 2 years that have just given up on van life and moved in with family. I've noticed the exact opposite. It was different, of course, 8 years ago when I started. I was meeting a lot of people that were getting into van life, but the last 2 years, it's been a complete change. And I've noticed been talking to more people that have gotten out of it than I ever did back early on, people getting into it. Big changes lately. Really big changes lately. Hey, Craig, Happy New Year. Kentucky, huh? All right. Well, Barbara, I don't think people can hit the likes when they are watching. You have to do that once you close the chat out, I think. At least if you're watching on mobile. Yeah, I do have visible. Wow, I'm way behind. I am way behind. Hey, thanks, Kellen. I appreciate that. I will definitely search out a good cup of coffee on you. I appreciate that. Thanks. Hey, DW, how's it going, man? I'm good. I was just thinking about you, DW, because I think last week, our mug here. So DW bought a mug like I have because he liked it, and then he was saying he was having trouble finding it at the co-op here. Well, there's a couple co-ops here that are the same, but they were selling them on sale. And I was just thinking, like, oh, you had all that trouble finding yours when you were looking for it, but like they had them here on sale. I don't think they're on sale anymore, but they have a bunch in this color, in this green color, which I like. So if you want a mug like this, just get yourself to North Coast Co-op because they have a bunch of them. Scott, I think most people that have been telling me, they just say it's just too expensive and that they just couldn't afford it anymore. A lot of people have had breakdowns. You know, I've heard a lot of transmission issues, which I can relate to. But yeah, they just said all around it was just too expensive. It was much cheaper for them to live with a family member and share rent that way. And I agree. I think I've said from the very start that van life is not the cheapest way to go. I know that goes against what people like to say on YouTube, but if you really want to be, if you really want to live frugally, don't own a vehicle. That's what I have to say about that. Vehicles are just so expensive. There's breakdowns. There's all kinds of stuff like that. It's a lot more expensive than people make it out to be on YouTube. They show you, oh, look, I'm parked at this beach, and out my door I have this beautiful view. I get to listen to the waves all night long, and it didn't cost me anything, and it's all made up. Unfortunately, it's just all made up. You can't park in places like that normally, and it's not cheap. Everything is just really expensive. But if you like being able to move around, like I like to be able to move when the weather gets bad, to me it's worth it. But it's not worth it for everybody. And if you need to get a full-time job and you're working full-time and not traveling anywhere because maybe your van broke down majorly, then it kind of just makes sense to just stay at your family's house, So I mean, that's what I've been getting. That's what people have been telling me more and more. Yeah, I did get a new mic, Relevant. Most people have not seemed to notice that, I guess, maybe. I really didn't like that old mic, and it actually started to break on me. It sort of still works, but I just kind of got tired of it. And so this one was on sale, so we got a new mic. Oh, I'm sorry, Relevant. That's terrible. I mean, now you got a new transmission, right? So you shouldn't have to worry about that for a while. Yeah, yellow cursor, I don't use that word stealthiness. That doesn't exist either. That's a whole made-up term that people use just to get YouTube views. And that is the absolute truth. And other YouTubers get really upset with me when I say that because they don't like to break that fourth wall. But that's the absolute truth. Stealth does not exist. It never did. But it gets YouTube views, and so people like to make YouTube videos about it. Hey, Peter, happy New Year to you. You're in Reno. I like Reno. That's a cool city. My favorite, if I had to just pick one favorite coffee, it would be Groundwork is the company, and it's their Ethiopian blend. I don't know if that's sold in Reno though. They might have it. They might have it at the Whole Foods there in Reno. If it is sold there, it's an LA and Portland based company, so you're kind of close to their home area. I don't really have estimates of prices and things, Tiani. Sorry, it's just not something I really talk about. Hey, Michael, thanks so much. I appreciate the coffee. Yeah, that'll be at least maybe that's more than 2 coffees, I think, Michael. That's like 4 or 5 at least. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, you have family from this area, Vinny, huh? Cool. Yeah, it's a shame, Leona. People get into it without, realizing just everything that goes on with it, and that in part that's YouTubers make it seem like it's this easy, cheap thing that you can just do. Anybody should just do. Everybody should just do, and it's just not. That's just not the whole truth of the matter. Yeah, Annie, I agree. That's why I say if you want to live cheaply, don't own a vehicle. Don't own a vehicle if you want to live cheaply, because they're just money pits. They're good for a while, but nothing's going to last forever. Oh yeah, that's cool, Jen. I actually met a guy here in Humboldt a few months back that he teaches online. So he has a Starlink, and he's able to just teach out of his van, and that's how he funds himself. It's interesting. He started to tell me how he got into it, and then we got talking about other stuff, so I didn't get the whole story with it, but he was saying like the Starlink kind of changed everything for him, because that made it so that he could actually travel and move around. But I hear that from a lot of people. Everybody that I talk to that has a Starlink, they just say it's the best thing ever. I'm not going to get one. I have no plans on getting one. But I mean, I'm happy that it works so well for people. Lornaz, this is the perfect coffee grinder for me. I don't know if it's the perfect coffee grinder for everybody, but it's the absolute perfect coffee grinder for me. And I don't have any regrets on it, but the only thing that drives me a little bit crazy is the little pommel falls off. It's loose. I think there used to be a little something on here to keep it on, and it's tumbled several times, fallen out of. Sometimes I forget to put it away. And so I think something fell off of it at one point. See, it just fell off again. It's not a big deal. Like, it just pops on and off. But yeah, that's the only bad the only negative thing I could say about this grinder. Everything else about it is absolutely perfect. Thanks, Funky Bert. I'm actually still in the romance stage of this, 8 years in now. Well, 7.5 years in. I am still absolutely in the romance stage of van life, so I'll have to get back to that later. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Brighton. Hope you have a great day. I don't think that's too unusual, Sarah. Like, how many people have public transport, really? I mean, I'm from Southern California. Like, public transport is almost non-existent. There's buses that have terrible schedules and that don't go anywhere. But yeah, I think that's kind of the same thing for most everybody. I would love to get back to Canada at some point. That is a different country. I've got a lot of friends up there that I haven't seen in a while. But that would be I'd only want to go to a country that I could drive to. I mean, Mexico would be cool too. If I had a little better running vehicle, I'd probably go to Mexico in a heartbeat. And Canada as well, I think. Well, thank you, Kelly, and thanks for being here. Bernard, I've had my van 8 years, and I've been living out of it for 7.5. Oh, thank you, Barbara. That's very nice of you. Duct tape for the grinder. I don't think that would work very well. Not for a handle that spins around. Oh, thanks, Eric. I hope you have a great year too. Oh, thank you, Gav. I will do that. A burrito too. Yes, I would love to have a burrito. Actually, I'm hungry. I had migas for breakfast, if you know what that is. Fried corn tortillas with eggs and some cheese and a very, very generous helping of Yellowbird Serrano. It was very tasty, but 2 eggs was not nearly enough for me. Yeah, Jacqueline, there's lots of jobs you can get now that you can sign up for and find with apps through your phone, and not just like DoorDash, but other things, but basically the same thing like DoorDash, where you can sign up on your phone, and even if you're moving to another city, you can get work. I've talked about that a little bit in the past. I have a video where I talk about that a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it's been hard on you, Vinny. Hopefully it'll get easier for you. You got to get things set up, and you got to get things working well for you. I think all of us go through that. I started out the way I started my van life. It was pretty easy for me to just kind of gently get into it. Like, I took 6 months to build the van out. I didn't need 6 months. This is not a 6-month build. This is like a weekend build that I got going on in here. But because I took 6 months, it's been the same layout all that time, because it's just, I had time to test it out and work on it. But you'll get there eventually, I think. That's right. I agree with that, Alex. I like choices. The more choices, the better. Oh, have you just tried some groundwork, Calvin? Awesome. Hey, Alicia, all the way from Jordan. Awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Simply. No, I've messed that up. Thank you, Living Simply. I appreciate that. Oh, thanks, Poker Gypsy. That's very kind of you. Yeah, you'd like to go to Mexico too, Violet? Yeah, it'd be awesome, wouldn't it? I actually met a couple of ladies when I was in IKEA one time in San Diego, and they're like, oh, you should come down, you know? And I was saying, like, you know, my van's not the best shape, and they're like, oh, it'll be fine. You should come down. So one of these days, I would like to get back to Mexico. It's so cool down there. Oh, yeah, you're right, Leanna. Starlink is only good if you've got a good line of sight, yeah. I know Chrome talks about that from time to time. He'll pick a campsite solely because he'll have Starlink. Gorilla Glue. Chris, I'd rather not think about when it comes time to check out. You know, I like to keep things positive. So I'll deal with that when it comes. Hopefully that's a few years off, but I am well past middle age, so I don't know. I prefer to just think about when I talk about things, I prefer to just talk about the nicer things and do my planning on stuff like that. Just to myself, keep that to myself. Susan, I like the ability to be able to move around and see places that I've always wanted to see. But as I've been getting older, I've really been more focused on being in better weather. That's kind of my thing. I've got some pretty major health issues, and it's much easier for me if I'm in weather that's a little bit cooler. I can't do real cold weather, and I definitely can't do hot weather. So it's pretty awesome that if the weather's bad, I can move in one day. You know, if I'm not getting solar, I just can decide right now, immediately, I can just take off and go someplace else. So that's the kind of nice thing to me. And that there's been so many places that I've been wanting to see that I haven't been able to see around California and Washington State. I should say Seattle. It's awesome that I'm able to actually move around a little bit. Oh, you're installing a diesel heater. Awesome, yeah. Oh, yeah, for some reason they don't sell the Wave 3s in Canada. I don't understand that. I think a diesel heater would be a better choice for you up there, though. As long as you don't mind drilling holes through your van and you got power to run it, they're a great option. Oh, hey, Dominic, Happy New Year. Yeah, you know, the weather in upstate New York is pretty horrible. So, I mean, that's understandable. Hey, Kenny, how's it going, man? I have cork on my ceiling because I don't have any insulation, so it just helps to keep the moisture level even in here. I leave my doors open all the time, and I leave my vents open all the time, so it's kind of important for me to have something to kind of help control the moisture level. Chrome is live now. We should all be watching Chrome instead of here. Why are we all here? We should be watching Chrome. Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, you almost ordered some, DW? Okay. I mean, you know what I say. You should always get what's local to you. Although Bend, Oregon is not local to you, though, is it? But yeah, I mean, find a local brewer, roaster to you, and that's like the best thing ever, I think. I have a video coming up here soon. I don't know if it'll be the next video or not, but I go to a local roaster here, and I explain why I think it's important to go to a local roaster. Yeah, Edward, if you log out and log back in, it should be better. There's been a few people who've had some issues, but I think it's if it's too low on your end, it's probably if it's too low for you, it's probably on your end at this point. Plus, there's nothing more I can do. I've got my mic all the way up. Yeah, I think if you're trying to save money, van life is not the way to do it. At least the way I live, and we see everything from our own point of view. But I think with my health problems and just what I like and just how I like to live, van life is absolutely not the cheapest way to go. It's definitely cheaper than owning my own house. I can tell you that much from experience. It's cheaper than having my own apartment. But renting a room from a friend was absolutely the cheapest way for me to live. So of all the different types of ways that I've tried, van life is not the cheapest. Oh, thank you very much. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I appreciate that. I don't think duct tape is going to work. But the thing is, see, it doesn't. The pommel needs to spin as you turn the handle, right? And the only time this ever really comes off is if it gets tipped upside down. And normally I keep it sitting upright. So it's really not a problem. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Parking deck, Cynthia? I'm not quite sure what that is. I always like to park on the street somewhere, at least at night. So that's my thing. Because I want to park legally, and if anybody owns the spot, if anybody owns the parking area, then you need to get permission from the person that owns the spot. Like Walmart, right? Everybody tells you should park at Walmart. That's absolutely not true. You need to find out who owns the land. Could be Walmart. If it is Walmart, then you need to get their permission, written permission. Not is it okay from the manager? You need written permission. Hey, look at that. It's Chrome. Chrome is texting me right now. And he's saying, hey bro, stop live streaming. It's my turn. Chrome's such a great guy. If you don't know Van City Van Life, you really need to watch him because he's just awesome. He's such a great guy. I'm just going to text him back quickly here. Oh, that's funny. That is very, very funny. Is Crumb in here now? I don't think he's in here, is he? Did I miss him? Yeah. You know, if you want to leave here and go to Crumb's live stream, I absolutely understand because that guy's awesome. Hey, Larch, how's it going, man? Hey, Ivan. Thank you so much, Ivan. I appreciate that. I forgot I can heart these little. I'm sorry if you've left a tip and I didn't heart it. I forgot. I get confused with these kinds of things, you know. Yeah, I think ESP. I think we're both in the kind of same spot with our vans, right? We're in that kind of spot where, you know, it might be better if we got a better van, but then again, I don't really want another van. I wish this van were just a little bit newer and a little bit better, you know, better made. I don't know how you feel about yours, ESP, but that's kind of the way I feel about mine. Like, this van is perfect, except for the mechanical issues. Like, it's like the perfect size, you know, and I've got it set up to my liking. It's not really something I like to think about, but I have been thinking about it for a while now. I was thinking of people I should text today, you know, just to check in on. And Chrome, I thought for a second, like, oh, I should text him. And then I thought, no, he's so busy. He doesn't want to hear from me. And then he goes and texts me. What a cool guy he is. Hey, Joe. Happy New Year's. Is that Sweden? Are you from Sweden? Is that right? I'm not so good with the flags. I just can't. I can never remember them. Oh, someone told him I get it, Barbara? Okay. Yeah, Kathy, everybody's situation is different. I think things would be different for me if I didn't have the major health issues that I have. Things would be a lot different. But, you know, it's, you know, all I can talk about is my experience. So I do try to phrase it that way, that, you know, my experience is this because of these things. I mean, that's the only thing I can do, because I haven't lived anybody else's life. But I definitely think my health issues are they do cost me a lot of money, you know, unfortunately. Hey, Paul, welcome. Hey, Thomas Kenny, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, Graham, that's a word I don't use. Is stealth. It doesn't exist. I said it a few minutes ago that stealth doesn't exist. It was a thing that YouTubers created to generate YouTube views. That's the absolute honest truth. And I learned that from an RTR event that I went to, so Bob Wells's event. I learned that when it was just YouTubers around talking to each other, they would laugh about how they make videos about stealth and they would get these views on it. And then when people that weren't YouTubers would come around, they wouldn't talk about it. And I still get a bunch of hate whenever I say stealth doesn't exist from the big YouTube channels. They, I mean, there's a lot of channels like Crum. He says it like it is, stealth is not a thing. But unfortunately, you've got all these channels that like to just use that term because it gets views. It gets views, and so it's not a term that I use. Well, I don't ever say never, Jacqueline, so that's, we might see another live at some point. The lives lend themselves to holiday times, but I need to get back to regular videos, regular type videos. So, for me, that's just what I have to do. Yeah, we're in kind of a tough spot, aren't we, ESP? Unfortunately, everybody likes to give us advice on what we need to do. Or you need to do this and you need to do that. It's like I think we'll figure it out for ourselves, won't we? Cruzy is adorable little dog. He's fun. He's got a mind of his own, though. Hey, John. Happy New Year. Susan, I don't ever pay. I park on a street. I park on a public street where it's legal to do so, because it is legal to do that here on the West Coast of the United States. That federal law only covers the Ninth Circuit, so the 9 states of the West Coast. But it's generally regarded that even other areas of the United States follow that law, because it's a pretty big. The Ninth Circuit's a pretty big circuit, and so that law holds a lot of weight. So that's what I do. I do it legally. Park at a public street where it's legal to do so. Hey, Happy New Year, Ronnie. No, you haven't missed anything. My videos are just me talking and missing most of the chat that goes on. Yeah, I agree with you, Owens. That's a lot of money for rent. But I've lived in Southern California too, so I know it. Although my rent was never that much. Ooh, a Blazer. Yeah, a Blazer would be a good vehicle to live out of. I think Unstoppable Morgan had something close to a Blazer. She had hers was a Ford though, I think, but about the same size. Yeah, you can tell when somebody's living out of their vehicle. Stealth doesn't exist. Ivan, I think I'm at 95,000 miles on this van now. I need to get my miles down, but... Hey, Richard, Happy New Year. Hey, Harry Potter, Happy New Year to you. Hey, Spider, how's it going, man? Oh, stuck in the snow. Oh, you're not in Arizona. I was going to say, where you must be in Flagstaff, but okay, you're stuck in the snow because you're not in Arizona. All right. Well, hopefully it melts and hopefully you can get to Arizona. Does that mean you're going to miss the RTR, Spider? Happy New Year, Evelyn. Is it? I don't watch a whole lot of lives, Barbara, so I don't know. I always feel like I'm messing it up. It seems like whenever I do watch a live, they're kind of on it, and they seem to keep up a little bit better than I do. I don't know. I've just driven through that area, Jason. I'd love to be able to spend a little time out there. It's a little hilly for me now, so I don't know if I'll be able to get out there anytime soon. But yeah, just driven through, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Like most things, I have trouble pronouncing these things. Right, a Bronco. But, kind of similar, right? Bronco's kind of similar to a Blazer, I think. Unless I'm thinking of a different Blazer. No, we need to stop talking about that, but Newport is breaking federal law. They are simply breaking federal law, and they don't care. And there's a lot of cities that do that. Yeah, and that's why I just say I'm never going to go there again, because wherever I park at night, I spend money. And so I'm not going to spend money in a city that breaks federal law, if that makes sense. Hey, Paul David, thank you so much. Happy New Year. Hey, Calvin, Happy New Year to you. You're watching the Rose Bowl too? You must have 2 TVs or 2 phones or something. Or I guess you just need a phone and another thing, which I have. I have an iPad and a phone. I guess I could do that too. It's not that complicated, is it? I'm old, so it takes me a while to figure out these technical things. Porcupine, I've never actually seen people living out of a Tesla for myself. I've only seen YouTube videos of them, which makes me wonder if they're actually doing it or if they're just making YouTube videos saying that they're doing it. Because, where do you charge, I don't know. I don't understand that. I think I missed what you were saying there, Sean. The warranty on transmissions were extended 100,000 miles. That's pretty cool. But I don't know what vehicle you're talking about. Hey, Sean, you made it. I was beginning to wonder, Sean, if you're going to make it, or if you had the days different, because of the time change. Oh, that seems a lot, Owens. Even for Louisville, I would think Louisville would be a little less expensive than that. Siskiyou, okay. Now let's see how many minutes I can remember that. But that's the correct pronunciation. Okay. Siskiyou. That's one of those places that's on my list that I'd like to get to, but it's a little difficult with my van issues at the moment. Edward, I think you should move every day. You can park in the same spot at night, but I think you should move every day. That's my opinion anyway. Although I don't generally park in the same spot every night, but I do sometimes. Depends on the city. Ivan, no, I would prefer to have not an electric vehicle. I'd also prefer to have a standard transmission if I could. I miss having a clutch. Should I wear a bunch of gold chains too, Dominic? maybe. Oh, the Poconos, yeah. Yeah, you get some snow up there. Great Lakes snow, yeah. Yeah, you could have some snow for a while, I guess, then, couldn't you? Oh, yeah, thanks, Sean. Yeah, I don't know where all the subscribers are coming from, but it's nice that people are subscribing and watching. I appreciate that, you know. Oh, hey, Graham. How's it going, man? Oh, yeah, Cleo, that's too bad. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, an Explorer is cool, but yeah, you're definitely going to have to be a minimalist because you run out of room fast. I'm sure I could see that. I don't have a diesel engine. This is a gas engine with bad engineering, which is why they're being recalled. So 95,000 miles on a poorly engineered vehicle is, I guess it's pretty good. Thanks for stopping in, Sarah. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Mark, there's several reasons for that. One, my health. I've got major health issues that make it really difficult for me to be in warmer weather. It's easier for me in cooler weather. And I like the Pacific Northwest. It's just nice up here. Humboldt especially, like people are so friendly in Humboldt. It's just mind-boggling how nice people are up here. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Sabrina. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks, Juanita. I appreciate that. And thanks for watching all the way through. Oh, thanks, Sean. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's a cool mic. It probably what people don't realize is it's really busy around here. There is a ton of traffic, and this mic does a great job of just cutting all that out. So, yeah, it's been good. Oh, thank you, Ivan. Thanks so much. You know I do like Mexican food, don't you, Ivan? Oh, you've been sharing my posts. Thank you, Violet. That helps. You know, the whole algorithm thing, it really helps when people share. You know, there's a lot of stuff that the algorithm likes to see. They like to see long view times. They like to see, you know, likes too. But the sharing is one of those things that helps a lot. It's not. I wish I could put some rainy sounds in. There's no rain at the moment. We have a bright sunny day here, but yeah, I can't really do that with what I have. I have a limited setup here, so it's not really possible. I'd have to buy another piece of equipment to be able to do that, and I just really don't want to do it. I am in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm in Humboldt County. So about 3 hours north of San Francisco, right on the coast. Oh, thanks, Roguewave. Oops, whoops. Oh, you're around the Pacific Northwest too. Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. No, I don't want an AC unit. I barely have enough electricity to run my fridge. So, yeah, would not be able to power a refrigerator. Absolutely not. Or I mean an AC unit. Absolutely not. Yeah, homeowners associations are tough. They kind of rule their areas well. I always tell people don't try to park in an HOA because they will be watching and they will be judging you. And a lot of HOAs don't own, or I mean, they own the streets that they're on, so they're technically private property as well. Yeah, I can't remember if you commented on the video that I put up with both of the mics, Sean. I had both of the mics set up when I first got this one in, the new one in, and I was intending to go back and forth between the two mics, but the old Rainbow mic the sound was so terrible that I couldn't use it. It just was totally unusable. It was kind of a letdown because I was hoping to like just do these A and B, and I was going to do like on the screen really big, say which mic is that I'm using at the moment. I wasn't able to do it. That old mic was just awful. I still have it, but it doesn't actually really work. Yeah, Susan, that's how we make money. If you watch the ad, we make money. If you don't watch the ad or if you skip the ad, we make nothing. That's how YouTube works. Oh, you're cool. You're in the Netherlands. That seems like a cool country or, well, area. Oh, Rogue Wave, you missed. I just got after everybody for using the word stealth. Yeah, I'm not crazy about Ballard, but yeah, I absolutely agree with West Seattle. I mean, there's just hundreds of places to park, and nobody cares. People just leave you alone. Ballard, I always have a hard time driving in Ballard. It's just too crazy over there. Hey, Badger. Happy New Year to you. Gary, I'm on Visible, and they give me as much data as I can use. So I just run it off of my phone's hotspot, and it's not the best quality, but it works fine. Visible's amazing. I've tried to give people a discount code because, like, if I give people my discount code for Visible, I think I get a month free and you get a month free, and like nobody takes me up on it. I don't quite know why. I think because people figure it's not it's just not true, that Visible is just not as good as everybody keeps saying it is, but it absolutely is. It's just awesome and incredible. Humboldt's 5 hours north of San Francisco. Is that true? It might be, actually. I think it depends on which way you drive, though, isn't it? Well, maybe you're right. Maybe it's, yeah. It depends on where you are in Humboldt, right? Because if you're, like, you could be pretty close to the Oregon border, which adds a whole, like, extra hour and a half of time. That's okay, Susan. No, actually, nobody does that. And the funny thing is we're actually not supposed to say that. We're given the we're told not to mention that, but it is what it is. Well, but Barbara, you're a channel supporter, so like you could skip the ads because you're already supporting me, right? That's the thing. Yeah. You should know by now, Roguewave, that I don't like that stealth term. That's it's just such a silly term. And it's always funny when other YouTube channels get after me and tell me you should stop saying that stealth isn't real because I make a lot of money on those videos. People watch those videos a lot, so stop saying the stealth isn't real. Silly. It's just silly. Gloria, I'm doing every Monday, so I'm doing a video every Monday. We'll try to do more than one video a week here, but the live streams mean I can't do more than one. Absolutely. But yeah, every Monday I think I'm going to change the time to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But yeah, so every Monday, so that way you don't have to know, you don't have to wait for the notification. You can just know that I'll have a video every Monday evening. Because a lot of people don't get notifications. So yeah, so there's videos every Monday. I have a playlist I made up of all of my videos in order. So if you miss a week, you can just go to that playlist and go back to the last video. They're all there, just to make it easy, because everybody keeps telling me they don't get the notifications, and so I figured it'd just be better just to pick one day and keep one day. Oh, I disagree with Mint, Roguewave. I had Mint, and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. The service was bad, and there was a limit. And once you hit your limit, it was unlimited, but it wasn't unlimited. It was unlimited in name, but as soon as you hit your limit, I couldn't even check my email. And so, I'm okay if they're going to throttle me a little bit, but I at least need to be able to check my email. So I got tired of them, and yeah, I don't like Mint anymore. Maybe it's better in a different area of the country. Well, thanks, JJ. Yeah, I mean, that's just unfortunately the way it is. They need to make money to keep the platform up. So it is what it is. And most people don't watch the ads, which is why I have the YouTube memberships and I have Patreon, because without those, I wouldn't be able to do this. I'd be in some warehouse somewhere. I wouldn't have one video a week. I'd have one video a month, or one video every 2 or 3 months like I used to do way back when. So, it's nice. It's nice that it's there, and it's nice that I have options that kind of help fill in the gaps a little bit there. That keeps me going. You know what? I absolutely agree with you, Williams Travels. I absolutely agree with that. If people know that you're in your van, they don't want to break in. Even the tweakers, they don't want to see and talk to anybody. But if they don't think you're in your van, then they're more apt to break a window and get in. Which is another reason why I don't like having a lot of windows. Keep the windows to a minimum. Hey, David, Happy New Year's. Thank you for that. I think the mic helps, David. It's just the mic. It has nothing to do with me. Yeah, see, there you go. If you want YouTube Premium, that's a good point there, Van Composer. YouTube Premium's fantastic, because then you don't have ads. I did find a interesting thing. If you sign up for YouTube Premium through an Apple device, it's $5 more a month. So if you have an Apple device, don't sign up for YouTube Premium through it. You can just log in through YouTube itself and sign up for YouTube Premium, and it's only $13 a month. Little thing I just learned a couple months ago. Oh, okay, I got you, Gloria. I see. Well, I appreciate that. It's been a little hard uploading, so it's I'm gonna try to do better and try to get more than one video up a week, but we'll see. I don't want to promise to do that. I did promise to do that back in the live stream I did in Bellevue, and then I was not so happy that I actually promised to do that. I should have just kept to Mondays and then did another video during the week when I can. But sometimes it's tough because I don't have cell service to upload, and it gets really difficult sometimes with, those of us that don't have a Skylink. They made you buy a new phone? Really? That's weird, Fan Composer. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. The unlimited data, I don't care about the speed. Because all I watch is YouTube. So even with a lower speed setting that they give us with the hotspots, I could still watch YouTube videos on my iPad all day long if I wanted to. Although I rarely do that. I usually just use my phone. Because then if I use my iPad, then I have to charge the iPad and my phone. Or if I just use my phone, I just have to charge my phone. So I just kind of prefer that, especially like today. I've got some good sun coming in on the panels, but most of the time I don't. Yeah, you're welcome, Bridget. I actually just recently signed up for YouTube Premium. I've been thinking about doing it for a while, and then I just decided I should just do it because YouTube's the only thing that I use for entertainment. So it just doesn't make any sense for me to have to deal with the ads. And I've been so happy with it. I'm still not used to it. I've had it about a week now, I guess. And I'm still just not really used to it. Maybe I've had it more than a week, but it's kind of weird not to have ads. It's kind of funny. Hey, George, how's it going? Oh, you've had it for 2 years, Tara. Yeah, see. I think I had it a while back, and then I think I let it go because that was back when I first started in van life, and money was really tight. Wasn't making any money, and so I just finally canceled it, but I've missed it, No, Porcupine, I never stay on private property. I mean, I've parked it at a friend's house a time or two, but I don't like it. It wouldn't work on visible, Edward? That's kind of strange. Although if it's an old phone, I think they're shutting off some of the cell networks. So if you've got a really old phone, then yeah, it's not going to work on any network anymore. Tara, I don't know how that splits, but we just get a cut of it somehow. I think it's better for us if everybody has YouTube Premium, but I don't know how it splits out. Oh, right, ESP, yeah. That's a cool thing about YouTube Premium. I watch a lot of ASMR videos when I go to bed, but sometimes I don't have service, so I did that just the other day, so that at least I know that I have something to watch if I don't have service where I parked. Because a lot of the time here in all the Pacific Northwest that I'm in, I just don't have service, And then it's like I got to twiddle my thumbs. I mean, I guess I should edit a video, shouldn't I? The trouble with me is if I'm editing my video and I'm staring at my iPad, it just wakes me up and then I can't fall asleep. So I just kind of prefer to put on ASMR video, and I actually just take my glasses off and just listen to them. That's what works for me. So that's a cool thing about YouTube Premium is you can download something and have it there. Although I think it only saves for a month, right? And then then you have to resave it. I think that's how that works. Oh, thanks, Lava. I appreciate that. I will try to keep up on them. YouTube Premium is $13 if you sign up directly with YouTube, which for me is a good deal, I think. Ivan, I can get about 3 or 4 days if I've got a fully charged battery, and then I need a good 2 days of good sun. So like I've been behind on charge for the last month. I haven't been fully charged for over a month now. So I'm just kind of squeaking by. But like I turn my freezer off. So I just have a fridge now and I don't have a freezer, so that saves quite a bit of power right there. But yeah. Oh, thanks for signing up, Scott. I appreciate that. Welcome. So if you don't know, usually I don't know when people sign up for YouTube members, but when somebody signs up for Patreon, I try to tell them that go to the post section and there will be a list of, well, there's going to be a list of a lot of stuff in there, but there will be links to members only videos if you're interested in those. They're usually kind of lo-fi videos. I don't do much editing on those. They're just really, I just record them, piece them together and put them up. But you'll find a bunch of those in the post section here. Deborah, YouTube Premium, you don't have any ads. You'll never see an ad on YouTube Premium. That's the big difference. There's some other things about YouTube Premium that are nice, but I think the biggest thing is that you just don't see any ads at all. Yeah, see, Graham, you got Premium too. See, I like that. Everybody's on the YouTube Premium. It's so good. Once you get it, you're not going to want to give it up. Interesting, Maggie. I Reiki as a live stream, huh? Interesting. I don't think I've ever watched one of those. I'm past middle age, JJ, but we don't need to talk about how old I am. You probably can see the gray in my beard. Every once in a while, somebody will ask me a question on an old video, and then I have to go back and watch it because I don't understand what the context of it is. And then the thing that I notice instantly is I hardly had any gray in my beard back in the early years. Yeah, Gloria, if you signed up through Apple, through your iPhone or through an Apple device, it's an extra $5. So you can cancel it. They will let you do it. You can cancel it. You can log into YouTube on not a mobile device, but just log into it regularly, and you can then sign up for it for whatever it is, $13, I think. I think I'm moving around in that. I'm sorry. I need to kind of stay focused with this. Although it could be the stream quality as well. Sean, that's a question that I'm not supposed to answer. I will say I like Patreon for the reasons that I can direct message people and people can direct message me, where that feature is absent with YouTube memberships. There's that. So whenever somebody signs up for Patreon, I usually send them a direct message, although almost nobody responds to those. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, maybe that gets across what I want to get across without saying something I'm not supposed to say. Calvin, yeah, my tires are in really good shape. I have 2 that I bought just recently, and I have 2 that I bought last year, just about a year ago. So, well, I guess not quite a year ago. So, yeah, I've got good tires. You need them here in the Pacific Northwest. It rains so much. You need good rain tires. Hey, Sealed, thanks for stopping in, and we will see you again. Oh, my audio is going in and out? Okay. It could be my, the service is not great here in Humboldt, and it's probably because of the cell service, I would guess. It says I have 5G, but I'm not quite sure about that. Yeah, I mean, ads are necessary. Ads are necessary to keep up. That's odd, Gloria. Oh, you just signed out and signed back in and it fixed it, Bridget? The sound? Okay. So there you go. If you can always sign back out and sign back in. But Violet says the sound is fine for you. Okay. It's probably maybe different for everybody. And now you have to watch the ad all the way through for me to get credit for it. Well, yeah. I mean, Sean, there has to be rules. So, I'm glad you understand what I'm saying. It's funny that like people get upset with the rules, but I think YouTube does a really good job with the rules that they have, and I really like them. There's been some changes in the last 6 months that have been just so good. So I don't know why anybody complains about the rules, YouTube just does a really great job with the rules, I think. Oh, thank you, Rusty. I appreciate that. Crumb's a great guy. Of course, he puts out videos like every other day, right? Well, he will be soon anyway. Or maybe even every day. No, I have the ads on. I have ads turned on. Or I don't know. I think it depends on where you are and stuff. It depends. Yeah, there's a lot that changes as to whether you see an ad and when you see it. Oh, thank you, Blythe. Thank you so much. I hope everything is going well, and I hope you have a nice winter up there. Although I was unsure, and so that's why I left. I actually saw a little bit of, I think a friend told me that it starts snowing just after I left. It was last year that I saw snow before I left. Yeah, I'm getting confused. Oh yeah, thank you for that, Gloria. Yeah, see, Venmo, see that messaging works great too, right? We just don't have messaging on YouTube, but they're probably working on that. I'm sure that'll probably be something that they're coming up with at some point. Yeah, Captain Happy, that I like to be static as much as possible. That's why I chose the name Static. But yeah, things have gone up. You know, I mean, I'm back in California, so gas is a little more expensive, although not much because I was in Washington State, which it's pretty much the same price. But yeah, I mean, everything's just expensive, and I prefer to be static most of the time. I prefer to just be in a community. I prefer to find a place that is friendly. And if once I do that, I don't like to leave. Like a place like Humboldt is so beautiful. It's just so insanely beautiful here. And everybody is so friendly. Like, why would you ever want to leave a place like this? The weather's probably going to get bad, though, at some point, because this is the Pacific Northwest. But, and it's been, you know, it's been dark. Yeah, John, the engine transmission are having issues. You can look up at some of my older videos. There's a recall on the engine. Hey, well, welcome to YouTube Premium, Debbie. I'm sure you're going to love it. Oh, thank you, Henrik. Oh, Eden Lawn Services, yeah. Yeah, this whole area up here is just awesome, isn't it? I mean, it's just the best part of the country, I think. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Bernie. It's nice to have you here. And I hope you have a nice evening. Yeah, you know, Bernie, you watch all my videos, so you're supporting me. It's as simple as that. So thank you for that. Yeah, it did seem like there was a lot of snow everywhere last winter. I think it even kind of frosted here in Humboldt, which is weird, you know. Oh yeah, Williams Travel. They've made some changes, and so recently with the ads. So unfortunately, yeah, if you like ASMR videos, it might be better to have a premium so that you don't have those ads sneak up on you. I think it was a necessary change that they did, which I totally agree with. But unfortunately, you do have some ads that pop up that sometimes the content producer or content creator doesn't want at that point. But, you know, just more reason to have YouTube Premium, I think. Hey, have a nice night, Bernie. I have parked in downtown Trinidad, but I generally don't do it. Porcupine. It's a small community, and I don't know. It's always been really packed with cars along the street there, and I just didn't feel like taking up a parking spot. But I've parked there a few different days. It's just not something I do very often. It's a nice place to park, but it's just not something I do very often. Yeah, it's a great service there, Noreen, downloading the videos. I need to get more in tune with doing that too, but I also don't have a lot of space on my phone either, so it's kind of tricky for me to have too many downloaded at once. Yeah, Ivan, I woke up with a headache, so I decided to drink some coconut water, which I actually didn't finish. And then I went in the store here where I'm parked at, and I bought some mineral water too. Because usually when I have a headache, it means I'm low on minerals, but I think it was that I didn't wear a toque to sleep, and my head got a little cold, so... Or maybe both, I don't know. The headache's gone now, though, thankfully. Yeah, you have a right to be prejudiced, Lisa. This is a great area. For years, ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to visit Humboldt, but it was just too far of a drive from Southern California. And so I just have never gotten up here until recently. And then now I don't ever want to leave. There's desert in Oregon too, Eden Lawn Services. If you want some desert, you can get it there too. High desert, but we've got it all up here in the Pacific Northwest. You want some snow, Chippy? You can have it. I keep it away from me. I don't like snow. I like cool weather, but I don't like snow. It has been a long chat, yeah. Well, thanks for stopping here, Debbie. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, Teresa, no coffee today. I had coffee this morning when I got up this morning, and I'll have one later. Henry, I'm old. That's as much as I want to say. Yeah, that's a good idea, ESP. Although I have to hotspot off my phone to my iPad, so it would take forever, I think, unless I had some Wi-Fi, which I'm never around Wi-Fi. Plus, I need the space on my iPad for editing, because I need to clear out the iPad right now. I was editing last night late, and it was getting kind of bogged down, and then I realized I've got a bunch of footage I just need to throw out. I need to do that. Maybe I should do that tonight before I get back to editing, because it's always an issue. Well, Happy New Year, Country Van Life. Scotland, huh? Awesome. That's another place I'd like to go, but I probably will never be. Oh, I can't sleep with a hoodie on. For some reason, it gives me a crick in my neck, and then I wake up with a headache. Oh, wow, shipping your vehicle. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that, because then I wouldn't have a place to sleep. Unless I could just stay in the van when I shipped it. That would be okay. Oh, thank you, Ivan. Thanks for stopping in, Ivan. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Yeah, I guess we don't really have a jungle or swamp, do we? You're right. Ah, okay. I see. You know all about Oregon then, Eden Lawn. a milkshake. Actually, that sounds good. It's warm enough that I would actually eat some ice cream today, I think. Well, I am getting to be a little tired. So we should probably start winding this down. I'm sure you've got other things to do too, everybody else. Yeah, you should definitely get out to the redwoods, Jacqueline. It's pretty awesome out here. So yeah, thank you everybody that stopped in and chatted, and I'm sorry if I've missed some of your comments. It's getting to be a little harder for me to read, so we'll have to wind this down now. But thank you for everybody that tipped and chatted, and I appreciate everybody. And thank you for Barbara for all that you do for helping me along, because I would not be able to do this without you. Same for JR, but she left already. So thanks, everybody, and I hope to see you all soon. We'll see you next Monday, week from today, with a regular vlog, a regular video. Thanks a lot, everybody.